I'm just hanging out. Gonna have a little bit of a late dinner. And I thought I would get on and see who comes along to chit chat with this Friday night. Oops. I've got some salami, some cheese cubes, some organic grapes, celery and hummus, and 2 halves of a plum. So that is what I'm going to have for my late dinner. And of course, got to have something to drink. That's my grapefruit soda. Hi, Chrissy. Do you hear music, Chrissy?
I don't have the sound on because you're like 5 seconds behind if I listen to the sound.
And me crunching. Crunching celery. Should have got my paper towel first. So you don't hear any music playing? Oh, okay. Do you still hear it? Sounded better before or now? Okay. So what have you been up to, Chrissy? Haven't been spending much time with you today. What's going on? How's the fam? Oh, school finals. Guys, these plums are so good. Talked to them earlier. They're okay. Cool. Good that you can have some time away, still get your schoolwork done, and they're all okay back home with dad. Hmm. This is totally a meal that my daughter would feed her kids. Don't you think, Chrissy? The plums, the celery, the hummus, blueberries, salami, cheese. Yep. I wonder who else is eating a late dinner tonight. You, Chrissy, because you aren't even hungry yet. And you say, Where are your carbs, Renee? Well, there's some carbs in the cheese and some carbs in the hummus and some fructose in the fruit, protein in the salami. Finger food. Mediterranean style. You're eating and then you're going to have Cheez-Its. You're eating them. What? Them. Cheez-Its have been the go-to snack this visit, I think. You know how long it's been since I've had celery, you guys? Oh my gosh, so long. Oh, like somebody put them away, and now you got to go upstairs and get them. So I'm trying to learn to do things on YouTube, y'all. Trying to figure this thing out. Make it a little more fun. The peaches aren't quite ready yet, though. So don't cut one of those open. They sort of feel ripe on the outside, but they're not good enough. So don't get one of those up there. So what's going on in my crafty world? Where's all my crafty friends? Somebody got a video on already? I think maybe the Mary Atelier. I think she starts at 7:30. So in approximately 14 minutes. Right now, there shouldn't be anybody on, I don't think. Maybe everybody's scarfing down their dinner. But yeah, trying to figure out this YouTube thing. I don't think I need necessarily a background. I maybe like to cover that door back there. But this no copyright music I can play while I talk. Just didn't feel like going outside in the muggy, humid evening and sitting in the backyard like I usually do with the camera. Maybe Samar will come on. From overseas. Ooh, we could do, coffee chat in the morning. You want to do a coffee chat in the morning tomorrow morning with me? Or Sunday morning? Sometimes people sleep in on Saturday mornings. I have a lot of non-YouTube work planned tomorrow. moving some things around in the house to be a little more accommodating for the grandkids and make a new desk space for myself, an additional desk space to where I'm at. Yeah. Always got to check in with how we both feel first, not do more than we should. Oh my God, if you have the salami, it is so good. And if I had to pick between um if I had to pick between Mountain Dew and Squirt, which Mountain Dew is considered a citrus drink. And Squirt is a citrus drink too, but it's specifically um it is specifically grapefruit. I think, gosh, I didn't have Mountain Dew when I was a kid, but I remember getting to have Squirt every once in a while. So if I go the sentimental route, I gotta go with the Squirt. But if I want the caffeine, I'm going for that Mountain Dew, original Mountain Dew. None of that Baja Blast, none of that Code Red, or any of those other colors that they make Mountain Dew in. Straight up pea yellow, original Mountain Dew. Yep, looks like pea yellow to me. I'm so fair Samari ever came on. Maybe he's barely getting up in the morning. Oh no, it's nighttime. No, wait a minute, it's nighttime here, so he should be barely getting up in the morning around now. Are the lights annoying? Ooh, drop something. Gotta stop touching things. Things fall. I always told somebody like the sparklies, the stars. I'm getting full, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all this cheese. Probably finish the salami and blueberries, and I'll be done. Ooh, and then maybe I'll watercolor some shapes. That'll be fun. And then draw around them with ink. See what I come up with. Try my hand at a couple birds, maybe. I don't know, maybe a bunny, but probably more from the side view. I'm not the best ink drawer yet at all. Then I cut them out and use them for things in my journals or other books where I just stash things or make little people faces. And put people faces on top of animals. Just gotta keep things interesting. Not everything in a journal has to be writing, you know. You can express yourself with art, whether you think you're good at it or not. It's your work, it's your original art. And, you know, people you show it to or people who see it after you're gone will totally appreciate it. So you got to keep up that good writing and that no matter what it is. I have a grandfather who, for the last great grandfather, for the last 13 years of his life, wrote in a journal every single day. And he was a huge gardener. So now that he's gone, I have all 13 of those journals. And I swear some of it reads like a farmer's almanac. And you know, all the natural ingredients to get, you know, natural ingredient pesticides to keep this bug away, and what's a plant next to what and when. But it's also how I learned how I learned when to figure out Easter was coming, because you know how Easter is not the same day every year. And so by reading through his journals, I learned and I memorized all these years that Easter is the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. So we have to have the first day of spring first, and then we have to have a full moon, and then the Sunday after that is Easter. You got that memorized? I'm gonna have a test. We're gonna have a quiz at the end of this. Okay? Yes. Yes. The first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. And the spring equinox is just the wonderful way of saying the first day of spring. So we hit the first day of spring. We can start wearing our white dresses, our white skirts, our white pants. If you follow those traditional rules, and then we get to have a full moon, wonderful big full moon in the sky, and then the very next Sunday we celebrate Easter. You know, I have this white skirt and I haven't worn it in a long, long time. It's kind of similar to the one I wore uh, when I got married 21 years ago. So I like it. It's kind of shaped the same way and flouncy at the bottom. I'll have to go up there and check. But as for white pants or white shorts or anything like that, no, not me. Okay, let me pull out some paper here. Move my keyboard. This is mixed media paper. You can use anything on it. You have a white shirt. Yeah, I don't even hardly wear white shirts, but this did soak through. But I went around this a lot. But nothing else really has ever soaked through. Here's where I made people when I went through a Doodle Your Emotions class. So I did draw some people. So, all right. Well, if y'all just hang in there for a minute, I will grab a set of will grab a set of watercolor paints. And we can get started. You want a watercolor, Chrissy? Just make blobs and then use ink on them. Oops, I've got my headphones on the wrong way. Hold on. I'm grabbing my metallic and my regular. I don't think I need my headphones if I'm not having any input from anywhere. And this is my microphone over here, so you guys can all hear me. Right? Testing, testing, testing. We won't paint on your white shirt, I promise. Although that might be fun. I'll unplug this cord. Anybody can paint watercolor blobs. Anybody, 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 anybody. Would you like to take this for me, Daddy? Hon?
Okay.
Oh, it's you. You want to watercolor with me? Watercolor blobs?
I don't know how to watercolor blobs.
You just watercolor blobby shapes, and then we take a black pen after they're dry, and turn them into whatever they turn into.
Okay.
All right. I have a small set of watercolors that are metallic. And then I've got a little bit larger set that is just regular. And I can tear off a sheet for you there. I don't know. You might have to stand.
Why don't you do it over here?
You can do it over there, but nobody can see you.
This doesn't want to be seen.
Okay, well, we'll aim it down at what we're doing. We'll aim it down at the screen. I mean, at the table.
Hey, let me finish my plum real quick.
Okay, you finish your plum. She's going to finish her plum. She wasn't all that hungry when I was eating dinner. Now she's just snacking. And we'll be watercoloring before you know it.
You know how hard it is to eat a plum when you have hardly any teeth?
No, I don't. Because actually, I just cut mine up too a minute ago because I didn't want to deal with the pit. Did not want to deal with the pit. How about we light a candle too? You guys, I got these recently. These are from Target. I got them Target online. And I have to admit that even though they had multiple different scents, I think the only ones I really got are, I got 2 lavender woods. Oh, and I got this other one here. Luminous apricot, which sounds divine. Which one would you like? What about that one over there too? There's another one.
Luminous apricot.
What about that white? What is that white one too? Is that another lavender?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move this guy out of the way. Let's light. Oh my goodness! If you guys had, smell-o-vision.
Smells good. I can smell it from here.
I know. Wow. And it is a 3-wick, and it is how many ounces? Lead-free. Burden time up to 25 hours. 3 lead-free wicks. I believe this is like a. What did it? It doesn't say now, does it? Oh, it does. It's 12 ounces. Yeah. I've noticed that it burns pretty hot with the 3 wicks, so you don't always have to light all 3 wicks. But could you scoot the dog bed that's right down there? Because I, for some reason, cannot. Thank you. Plus, I knocked down shit earlier. Sorry, guys. Those are there in case we need them. If you want to put one down underneath for you, that's fine. Don't touch the mouse, or we might not.
Anything.
We might end up having to start all over. Ooh, start all over. I was going to say I might need a new lighter. Shall we light all 3 of them and see how, like, if it's overwhelming?
You can see.
And then we'll know to next time just to light 2. And I notice it gets really liquidy really fast, probably because of all 3. Ooh, ouch.
It's soy, right?
Yeah, and it is
It's
soy.
That's why.
And is that part of it too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was not aware. I am going to rip off a piece of paper for you and rip off a piece of paper for me. This is, like I said, mixed media paper. Nothing special. Got it online through Amazon, where you can get just about anything for your entire life. You pretty much don't even have to ever leave your house, and you can. I'm trying to figure what the heck this is. Oh, okay. Pretty much don't have to leave your house, and you can buy anything and have it delivered to you through Amazon. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, for making us all hermits. But we did get through the viral time that YouTube doesn't like us to use the word about.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Scratch that. Didn't say it.
So now you can use, traditional paintbrushes, and I have water there, or there are wait 1 second, brushes that we can already put water inside, and then they'll have different kinds of tips. You just what?
Traditional.
You want to just go traditional for your first time around? All right. This is yours. This you can kind of dab when you dab in the water, you can dab on there or on the paper towel if you grab a paper towel. I'll go traditional since you're doing the same thing. Okay, now I've learned to get your paper actually wet, a little bit wet before you actually even start.
Okay.
And I don't know why I never thought of that, but it totally makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, we're watercoloring.
A little.
So I lied a little when I went upstairs and said I was only bringing one thing down, and you weren't looking, so I brought down my water bottle to spray water. Let's spread your water around.
Now, for those of you who didn't know, I was supposed to yell at her, but I'm not going to yell.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I brought down, like, oh, look, 50 more craft things I brought down. I literally just brought down, this is like, what am I here? Stick up through there. I literally just brought down the spray bottle because I knew I was going to talk you into this tonight.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I know. Now, I did notice that you do have to like really get your paintbrush wet and really kind of for the metallic ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't notice the color so vibrantly until it dries. So don't think you're not really getting anything on there. Okay. All right. What color am I going? Tell me. You tell me what color to use, and then I'll tell you what color to use.
Purple.
Purple. Light purple or dark purple?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. It just is. This is your everyday purple. middle of the road purple. And you get some water more on your paintbrush, maybe. You can use no, don't dab it off.
I didn't.
Oh,
There's more.
okay. You know what else? The other thing that I saw you could do. This kind of helps with getting them set up to being used, and you can like use less water ahead of time.
Okay.
So, okay, I've got the purple here, and you are going to pick one of those 3 metallic greens.
I like this one.
Sometimes I close my eyes and I just make a blob. But today, what did I say? I wanted to make a bunny.
Bunny. I am not going to be that creative. I'll make a blob.
Well, a bunny is just a circle blob. But okay, you're just push it. Okay, here comes the bunny. But it's just going to be a blob and a blob. And nothing has to be perfect. We're gonna because when these dry, we're gonna go around them with black ink, and that's where we put the details. And they can be as good or as ridiculous as they end up being. Oh, you know what? I think we need some paper towel. Ooh, you closed your eyes and that's what you got?
Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like a green, like that could be an apple.
I don't know.
Right? Doesn't it?
It's nothing yet.
Well, you don't now the next time though, you don't make another one of those. You make as many as you want on the thing. And then when they dry, then we go make them into something.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it? Okay.
Got
it. Permanent yellow as opposed to lemon yellow or bright yellow or orange yellow.
Okay.
This is permanent yellow. Ooh, fancy.
Oh, so this is the part where I get to pick my colors now?
Yeah, you can pick your own colors now.
Okay.
I just had to tell you what to do the first time, and you had to tell me what to do the first time.
Okay.
Ooh, ow, ow. Where's the brown? Brown. We do not claim to have any professional
Nope, none of that here.
Watercolor training.
None of that here.
None of it. But what we do have life experience at is having fun. Right?
Sure.
Sure. Life experience. You've had some fun in your life?
Sure.
Come on. Tell us about it.
Having fun now.
Having fun now. You have fun when you come to my house.
I do.
Yeah. Making myself a tree. Maybe your apple fell from my tree.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So then we could just turn around, take a bigger sheet of paper after these dry, and we cut them out. Then we glue them on there. Make a whole scene. Look, that might be a duck, though.
It looks like a rubber ducky.
So we're going to make a bathtub instead of an outdoor bathtub with a bunny hopping around.
That still looks like a rubber ducky too, though.
But it's purple. So this is
rubber duckies can be purple.
I know. Am I being duck prejudiced?
Yes, you are.
I'm being duck prejudiced. Hi, Sharon. What metallic paint is that? You know what? I really don't know. I think it's really just generic, whatever. It took forever to come to me, and it came in this tin, and this part is literally, it's glued in there. So I think it's just some generic, Chinese, probably.
Made in China.
Yeah, made in China.
No offense, China.
Yeah, no offense. But like I said to her when she was using them, I don't know if you were here before, but you don't always get a lot of the strong shade when you're first getting it, when painting it, but when it dries, that it really kind of comes through. So that's when, so you don't want to overload what you're doing. And they seem to mix really good too, if you put them even over the top of regular acrylics or regular water paints. I like that they're in such a little pan, and I did order 2 of them because they kept showing me the ad. I don't know, I guess it was on Instagram. And I thought, hey, I don't have any metallic watercolors, so this might be a good thing to try. Do you like to watercolor, Sharon? Are you a good painter overall? How do I paint a tub? Do I use gray, you think?
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
I'll use just a little bit of gray to...
You need Bert and Ernie.
No, we don't.
Kidding. Joke.
We're just gonna let the ducky float around in his own clawfoot tub. Let's see if I can make it look clawfoot. I've got more water up here. You're a watercolor artist. Okay, then do not judge, please, because we are so we don't know what we're doing.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Have you never done this before at all? Have you ever watercolored?
No, never.
Never.
No clue.
Okay.
Not a clue.
I sometimes I draw things and then watercolor them in, but then it looks like all I really do is really kind of paint them in. I'm not good at like letting water flow.
I have apparently mastered the swirl though.
Yeah. But see, look, it's like you're supposed to like let the water flow with the color. And I'm like this humongous control freak. Like, look at this. Okay. This is completely different than like painting along. And I'm just so
I just like the swirling.
Paranoid.
I just really like the swirling.
This rubber ducky isn't going to fit in this tub. I'm going to have to make this tub bigger. He's going to have a very large tub to float from.
No judgment.
No judgment. You're awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Love you. Love you. Love you much, Sharon. Maybe we could get online at the same time, and you could teach me some things about watercoloring. Do you ever make videos, Sharon? No? Would you be open to making videos like this? Like you don't have to, nobody has to see us. They just kind of see what we're doing. And I would be the student, and you could give me some tips and tricks and some basic starting out kind of thing.
I am so doing this. So goofy.
And the reason I do it like this, like either make the blobs first, is because I can't draw either. So I end up needing to just turn the blob into whatever it seems like the blob should be.
Well, my blobs look like
you went wild with it. Like what are we gonna do with this?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to be really creative. We're gonna have to be really creative. That's just the way it's gonna have to be.
This is Not good for my low-key creativeness.
No.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
She's more of a writer, you guys.
Yeah, I'm more of a writer.
But that's all right. Writing is creative too. Someday she'll have a book that maybe we'll all read. What else should I make? What other color blob? Ooh, let's do a hot pink blob. Why, I don't know.
Pink is cool. I love pink.
Yeah, there's our white pink. I like a bright pink blob. Let's see, what else do we have room for? Some blue blob. Mix in some. Oh, and let's mix in some light blue too. She's like, you guys, she's not going to judge on screen, but she's probably judging in her mind. The poor lady's an expert, and we're just trashing these art of watercoloring. We're playing. That's what we're doing. We're just playing. We're playing with the paints because we don't know any better.
I sure as hell don't know any better.
Yeah, I mean, you just found out you were doing this last minute.
Is that the truth?
All right. Well, I am done with what will fit on my space. Well, unless I make some little thing right here. I guess I could make a little thing right there. It's really, really wet because it hasn't been used yet.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Now we can, whoops. Gonna dry off my little styrofoam piece. Clean off the brushes so they don't have to sit in the water all the time. I think yours was,
That one goes in there, I think.
this one comes in here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe the other way around.
Yeah, because that one snaps down in. And do you see the dryer hanging right there?
Yes.
So that's what we will do. We'll give the paints a little dry too, just because we don't want them to stay really, really wet when we close them up. Sorry if that's loud, guys. Usually it kind of drowns out in the background. These seem to dry faster too. Dry out. I just don't want to leave them really, really wet. I don't think when you close them up, because then you don't really have anywhere for the water to go, and they get into the paints, and if you do it too much and leave it too long, you end up with moldy nastiness. So that's good for that one. You want to put this in and put the lid on. And this is short corded, isn't it? Oops, sorry, dog alert. We used to teach, but not sure how I could do it online. But if you are interested, there's some I've seen on beginning online. You can get into. Oh yeah! If you want to send me some links, Sharon, that would be great. Yeah. Are you talking about videos that people did online already?
Flowers and stuff.
Oh, okay. If you know of any good ones, I'll search. But if you know of any good ones you want to recommend, I think we're already, Messenger friends, you can DM me, text me. Otherwise, my name is the same as it is on YouTube. Just includes my last name. And I'm easy to find. I really got these wet. I'm so impatient too. Just search for beginning watercolor. The good teachers come up. The good people come up. Ooh, I like the. We need to do our light a little brighter. There. Oh, that mouse keeps hitting things. And then see how it's kind of bumpy and from being wet. It helps to use heat on the back then too. Some people iron their papers too. They don't like that weird any texture to it like that. Search beginning watercolor. Something I'm definitely going to have to do. Okay, yours are working on. Oh, look, this one went out. That really does smell good, doesn't it? Where did you go? Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to have to do some drying and drying and drying. I know a lot of people are very much into letting things air dry. I'm just so impatient. So, do you do anything, Sharon, besides watercolor? Can I ask what you might have been up to creatively or in general lately? I rubbed a little too much. See, if you rub a little too much and you get, pick up paper. And now that I'm drying it, I can get that to kind of come off there, but the marks are kind of still there from where it was a little too rough in the same spots over and over. This is some heavy paint right here. Turn him over. I think when I started doing this, making blobs, I turned a lot of them into flowers. But I really do need to learn to it's not the art of painting, it's the idea of water painting. Gotta let the water take the color and flow and just do with the least amount of moving around manually with the paintbrush, I guess, as possible. But I'm still that control freak that moves more like painting than watercolor painting, even though I'm using watercolor paint. Oh my goodness, Chrissy, I thought this was you over here. Huh, you guys. You want to see something creepy? Okay. Because I probably won't be able to show it to you by the time it gets put on the wall because it might be too far, unless I do it with my phone, because it'll be too far out of the reach of this webcam. So I'll show you now. I intend to have my husband help me hang it on the wall and then hang things from it. So let's see if we can turn this and you can see. Do you see that arm? Oop! Okay. Do you see that arm? And that head and that other arm. I put all that makeup on her and I painted her nails. And I painted her nails like a powder blue. But I mean, she is kind of creepy. So I was thinking more of going back and painting them black, or maybe painting one nail one color, just all of them any different color. Yeah, I was thinking of doing mostly some of that. And then she can, hang from my wall up here above, straight out, and maybe I'll be able to give her hair, and it's something I can dangle things from. Her fingers, only like her thumb and her pinky are, only her thumb and her pinkies, like, have room to, like, put, dangle little things from. But, like, if her arm is sticking out of the wall, like that at you, or down, however I get them to do it, I'll be able to hang anything, here. Yeah, she was a thrift store find, and I was so excited. And I think everyone who saw me standing in line waiting to pay thought I was out of my ever-loving mind. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them thinking that. I have another paper. Where did it go? That I painted already and don't want smashed up. No. I don't know. I'll have to find it. Okay, Miss Chrissy, it's time for the ink.
Oh boy.
Yay! Time to put some ink on here.
I don't know what I want to do with it.
Well, you want to see me first? And then yours is really abstract. Like, you could put just anything.
I know. I'm thinking.
Yours aren't so blobby. Yours are like round and swirly. You're more of a swirly girl. Oops.
No, we have to remember the last time I did art was
Ancient times.
how old am I?
How old are you?
Let's see, subtract that.
Well, you painted with, did you ever paint with me before?
20-some years ago.
Did you paint with me before?
No.
It doesn't really put out that kind of ink that I like, and I don't. Gotta dig my pens. Dig through my pens.
How about I go over here and I will show you what I come up with.
Okay, well, let me grab you a good pen,
Okay.
because not all of them are the best at that's blue. I always have to look because I have a blue one and a black one that are out. it. It's red. Those are ballpoint, but they just push so hard. You know what? If you go watch, but like if you go around and around and around and around enough, and you don't have to follow any borders and whatever, the blue doesn't really look blue. It's really, really dark navy blue. It's like a black blue. Okay. Ooh!
Figure it out after I pick up.
After I pick up my mail, my happy mail that I got to send out, that I've just been horrible about.
Hey, I'm not with you.
So I did put a little metallic around the end of this, the outside of these leaves on the tree. So I noticed that, and that makes these kind of fun. I might have to take a thicker fine line marker to make the branches in here stand out better. And obviously these are not traditional leaf shapes, but we are not going for realism here because there's no way I know how to do that. I just do not. I've got a couple dogs behind me that are like guarding things. What are we guarding over here, huh? What are we guarding, little guys? Yeah, because the last time you guys did this, somebody was hiding something. Yeah. What are we hiding? What are we hiding? Sorry, guys. Looking up to see what the dogs are hiding. Sorry, Hank. Are you hiding something in your bed? Huh? I know there was something in this cup before, so where did it go? Where did it go? Huh? Where did it go, Poopsie? What did you do with it? I may have to find it later, I guess. Sorry about that, guys. Nobody's fessing up. That means everyone's in trouble. Is that how it was at your house too, Chrissy? Somebody has to fess up, otherwise both of you are in trouble. Yeah. And then somebody would always rat the other person out. And you'd be like, no, it wasn't me. It was really you. And it really didn't matter at that point because you both were just in trouble. Somehow the older sister always got away with it all, too. Be very bossy and blame a lot of things on the younger kids. And in my case, it would be the younger two kids. She had two to pick from. Whoever she was mad at, I guess, she could blame. But you, Chrissy, you only have the one sister.
I have a half sister.
Oh, yeah. But did you grow up with her?
No.
No. So there was no.
She's the same age as my mother.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Because your mom remarried. And
My dad remarried.
your dad remarried.
But my mom remarried after my dad died.
Right.
Strange family I have.
You know, families these days,
Are complicated.
it's complicated. It is. It's really complicated.
But I wouldn't trade stepdad in for anything.
Yeah. I think my kids would say the same thing about their stepdad. They love their father, but they grew up with their stepdad, and they wouldn't trade him for the world. Ooh. Try to make a bunny out of this. Wasn't that what I was supposed to be doing with this pink or purple part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that looks like a.
I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it'll look like a bunny. Maybe it won't. People will just have to use their imaginations.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Yeah. Oh, Oliver's all excited in there.
Oh, that's the first she's been really vocal all day.
Yeah. Is Daddy playing video games? He probably he likes to watch. Huh?
I have no idea.
Oliver does like to watch sometimes when Daddy plays video games. Have you ever had a claw tub, Chrissy? Or taken a bath in a claw tub?
Yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
My grandmother had one.
Yeah?
She only had a claw tub. She had no shower.
Yeah.
She had only a claw tub and a.
Did you have a handheld sprayer or no?
No, she just had the tub.
Wow, that is awesome. The only time I've ever used a clawfoot tub was when I was first married, and we lived outside of New York City, and on our weekends we would sometimes drive all the way up about 4 or 5 hours ish to where my mom lived in the northern country, as they call it, of New York, practically Canada. And she had a claw tub. So that was nice. Oh, they're so deep, you know?
Yes.
You could just soak in them for ever. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
My mother hated it. She said that it sucked when I visited.
Because she didn't have an option. She just had to
Yeah.
use the tub.
And of course, my dad was 6'4".
Oh, yeah. So, well, that
Him
was
taking a bath in a claw tub was not exactly easy for him.
still a challenge for him.
Yeah.
Nice and big and deep for the rest of us, but for 6'7", you said?
4.
Oh, 6'4".
So,
Still.
we ended up staying at hotels for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, what shall I do with this red thing? I don't know what to do with this red thing. I'm going to turn it into a raspberry. Because I can. What do you got going on over there? Anything? That one I'm going to have to turn upside down after I cut it. So it looks like a raspberry. Put that pen back. And time to cut. These are a little sticky. I don't know what got on my scissors, but, and I tend not to cut real close either. And I use the whole move the paper, not the scissors technique, which works really well when you're going around something like tree leaves or something that has fur or something that has water or has a lot of rounded shapes, a lot of corners. Makes it a lot easier. Well, it says we have 2 watchers. I don't know if you're still there, Sharon, or if there's somebody else out there watching in the shadows.
I got kicked off.
You got kicked off?
Yeah.
With the internet or?
Kicked off of YouTube. It froze up.
Oh, it froze on you? Oh, Sharon's here. Well, maybe it shows that you're still here because even though you're frozen, but Sharon says she's still here. I think we're just going to make some sort of scene. That's what it looks like we're going to end up doing. I'm going to use this other black pen that I think it's got attached over here in my desk that I forgot about. We're going to end up with a nature scene in a bathtub outside with someone taking a bath in it with a rubber ducky, and a bunny is going to be there. And I don't know what you've got going on over there, but I think that's what's going to happen here. I don't know if you're going to end up with your own page, or we're going to be able to get it all on one page and make it somehow. Well, it can be crazy. It's just going to have to be crazy. Who cares? It's about fun, right? It's about fun. I hear Daddy talking to Oliver. I don't know, maybe it's bath time. Here I am cutting out a bathtub. Isn't that ironic? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Isn't it ironic? Yeah, I really do think. It is so funny, Chrissy, to watch some of these YouTube reactors to music that they were not like even born when those songs came out that they're listening to, and they're just like, where has this been all my life? How come nobody told me about this music? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, life didn't tell you about this music. You weren't born. You know, you were not born yet. You were meant to run into this music whenever you ran into it, which is now. I'm sure there's plenty of music I have never run into. I know even with Steve, his parents listen to all kinds of different music than my parents did. So he'll start jamming to something, turning it up loud or whatever, and I have no idea. And I just look at him, I'm like, I have never heard this in my life. And he looks at me like I'm crazy.
Jeff did the same thing.
Hmm.
He's like, what are you doing? You don't know this?
And now he's kind of looking at me like I'm a little bit crazy too, because of some of the stuff that I've heard myself for the first time on YouTube. And I'm like, hey, this stuff isn't too bad. There's a type of rap going on that's stuff I can actually understand. They're not talking too fast where I can't understand them, which is good. I don't remember. Is this my... Oops, wrong way. I'm going to try to slit this tub so the water can go. So the water can tuck down in there. I have to pull this part off here. This is going to seem like a Bert and Ernie page without Bert and Ernie. But hey, I've got children's books I can cut little children out of too. Make it look like it was all meant to be. Ha! You have to trim down the, no. Oh, there's the line that's crooked there. Is he speaking Polish in there?
I think he said good job.
Oh, okay. We're going to start discussing my hearing next.
Okay, I'm done.
You done? What have you made?
A bunch of scribbles.
A bunch of scribbles?
A bunch of scribbles.
So maybe they'll be like the sky.
No.
No?
No.
Not even? Oh. But that's a fence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fence.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be like put at bigger parts.
Mm-hmm.
Tornado is coming. A tornado is coming.
And if we out of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the stuff it already picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe we could cut this a little bit smaller and this could like go on top of that too. So it looks multi-dimensional, you know. And then we could put these, like, because the big sheet of paper I'm going to ask you to get from that cabinet right there it's like this long.
Mm-hmm.
So the tornado will be coming and there's some fences and these guys will be out there not aware that bad things are on the way. Look what I did. I slit into the part of the tub so I could put water in it.
Very cute.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Aren't you proud of me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you get the big piece of paper? Dog's in the way. They always get angry, but they don't like to have to move. I don't know if that's like the best place to keep the paper, right? Because you have to bend over so much to kind of dig down in there and get it. And there's multiple kinds in there. But for right now, that is where it is going to be.
Okay. I will be right back
All right.
in a couple minutes.
Okay. And what time do we have here? Oh, an hour 16. There and there. Try to cut out this duck without too much of the black because it kind of makes it not seem like a rubber ducky so much that would be floating in the tub. Put that down here. Completely the wrong proportions. Let's see what I can do about that. A garbage can right here, guys, so don't think I'm just throwing stuff on the floor. I probably shouldn't have glued that first, because now I need to dip in there. I almost did that again to myself. Held the wrong end while I slid that open. Okay, I got it open, guys. We're in. All right, more glue. More glue for rubber ducky. All right. This can set and dry while I cut out some more. Have to go to dinner, cute doodles. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner, Sharon. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you again on YouTube somewhere. Thanks for stopping by. What do I have that's orange? Oh, I do have different colored pens down here, don't I? Forgot to make that his beak's going to have to be, the ducky's little beak has to be orange. And there it is. Orange. Ooh, 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 ooh. No jumping out the pen case. little fluffy color to the rubber ducky. The squeaker's already absorbed, oh, but not absorbed, but covered in the water. Okay, you two can hang out up there. Oh, what do we need this raspberry for? I don't know. Maybe it'll just look like a flowering bush. Hopefully it outlasts the tornado. I've heard we have some weird kind of weather coming from the northeast down here into the Midwest, which I have to say is not something we get in the summer. You know, a summertime nor'easter is not a thing I really know of. But I saw a couple of YouTube streams, some meteorologists that were talking about it. And I saw some radar and some maps, and yeah, looking like we might have some really interesting weather coming. I don't know if it's like across overnight or into tomorrow or what, but we'll have to look to be sure so that if we do our coffee and chat like we talked about, Christy and I, then we can plan accordingly. I think I'm just going to cut out this little bunny and call the video done, and then insert the picture of the whole scene at the end. So let me finish this little bunny here. This is like a generic person sideways. So I guess they're both facing the same way. It's not even like she's facing, oh, good, for goodness sake. She's not even facing the rubber ducky. The rubber ducky's on behind her. Live and learn. No. I'm definitely not here to teach watercolor and ink. I just have a little fun doing it. Sometimes I make scenes. Sometimes I just keep the little images that I end up coming out of with the blobs I put down. And so far we have a tree. We have a clawfoot tub. And a bunny rabbit that might be off in the distance. And we're going to have to figure out how to put this person in the tub too. Taking a bath out in the old clawfoot tub on the farm. A little bush. Let me do a little bush here. Because on here I think we got some fence that we'll cut out. And a nice path. Look at that path. That'll be fun. And a bunny rabbit for the distance too. And this is our tornado. These two pieces. So that is it for us right now. My friend Chrissy and I. I'm sure she is just delighted to have herself on in her first YouTube video. She may hate me after this. She may never do it again. Maybe she'll feel more comfortable about doing it again. I don't know. I doubt it, but I might still be able to talk her into it a second time. But yeah, I'll finish this up and turn it into some sort of scene on this bigger piece of sheet of paper and insert the finished product at the end. And I just want to say thank you to all of you, for any of you who tuned in and watched, any of you who watch on the replay, and any of you who found any joy or happiness or any chuckles out of this. I'm not going to say anybody who learned anything, because that I am not a teacher, and well, I homeschooled, but I am not an art teacher. I'm not a watercolor teacher or an expert. So this was all about having fun. So if you got any joy out of it whatsoever, just go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I won't say share it with anyone else. I mean, if you want to. I do not think it is worthy, though. No, I'm not going to say it's worthy of sharing, because this is a little crazy. It's a little crazy, but maybe the whole finished product will be a little more cohesive than what we've got going on now. But anyway, thank y'all for being here, and I will see you again around on the YouTubes.